Hello, everyone. Welcome to your restorative practice. We'll begin as usual with our breathing exercise. As always, I want you to be as comfortable as you can be. Maybe that means lying down. Maybe that means sitting in a chair. Just get comfortable. Take a few moments to make any adjustments that you might need to. If you're coming into a seat, you might kind of rock side to side a few times, even forward and backward. See if you can shift your shoulders over your hips and the back of the head pressed to the space behind you. If you're laying on your back, relax your shoulders away from your ears. Everyone, take a nice deep breath in through the nose, grow tall through your spine. Exhale, settle further into your body. Just become aware of how you're feeling today, how you're feeling in this moment. Notice what your body feels like. We'll continue practicing 4 counts to inhale, 6 counts to exhale. Really, the focus is on elongating the exhalation. Feel free to count your own breath, especially if mine is too slow or too fast for you. Find your own pace. To begin, let's empty all the air out of the lungs. Exhale completely. Begin in 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of that breath. Just allowing your breath to be normal and natural, however that sounds, whatever that feels like to you. And then you can blink the eyes open and we'll start to come onto our hands and knees. And we're going to set up for a little bit of a toe squat. And our first few holds will be shorter and then we'll come into our longer holds. So first we're going to work with the mobility in the feet, specifically the toes and the fascia, which is like a connective tissue. It's kind of like this material. I don't know what the correct word. Material is probably not the best word. Um, it's a tissue that runs all throughout your body, and it runs over your muscle fibers, in between your muscle fibers, in between your tendons. It's everywhere. Your fascia is everywhere. But there's a layer of fascia that's kind of like this suit on the outer layer of your muscles. And sometimes that can get stuck to your muscles and things can get a little bit sticky and not glide as smoothly as they should. So we'll start with the fascia on the feet. And I'll just turn a little bit to the side. So I'm tucking my toes under. I like to make sure my pinky toes come along. So I reach back and make sure the pinky toes are pointing forward too. And then I'm just allowing my sits bones to lean back on my heels, and that can be excruciating for some of us, right? So maybe what it looks like instead is we're kind of more up on our hands and our knees in a tabletop shape and practicing leaning body weight back into the heels. Or maybe it just looks like standing up on the knees. So find something that is going to be sustainable for you. We're going to be here for just 1 minute. So typically our holds are much longer than that. Find your 1 minute hold. And we're going to return to that breath that we were just practicing. So it's a 4 count inhale, 6 count exhale. Empty all your air out of your lungs. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you're seated back on your heels, bring your hands forward, untuck your toes, and just tap out the tops of your feet. Ooh, so that can be a lot on the toes, on the ankles, on the feet themselves. So let it be what it is. If it was intense, it was intense, and that's okay. The next thing we're going to do is come into a Malasana squat, but I want you to support your Malasana squat. Again, we're going to be here for a minute. So in your supported Malasana squat, that might mean you have a block or a bolster underneath your sits bones. I think I have a block underneath my couch somewhere. Yes, I do. Right. So it could be that at home you don't have blocks. Maybe you grab a couple of hardback books, or you can certainly stack some couch cushions underneath your sits bones. And then if you were noticing in that toe squat, that range of motion is pretty tight in your ankles, what I would recommend is rolling up or even just folding up a blanket and placing it underneath your heels. So your ankles don't have to flex so much. Okay, so then the other thing to be aware of, right, is if the knees don't flex this deeply and the hips don't flex this deeply, you need more height underneath your sits bones. So you need to be more like in a true squat position. Hips maybe as high as the knees, in which case you could be sitting in a low stool or adding as many props underneath your sits bones as needed. All right, so again, let's take a breath here. Now, with your arms, if you can get your triceps inside of your knees, give a little pressure and squeeze in a little bit with your thighs. So you're just getting just not a lot of tension, but just a little pressure. So there's a little bit of feedback. And let's just take 2 rounds of breathing here. Empty all the air out of the lungs. Maybe close your eyes if that helps. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, now we're going to come into a forward fold. So go ahead and bring your hands forward. You can place your hands on a prop, especially if a forward fold feels like a big stretch for you. And then just go ahead and add a little bit of movement here. Bend the knees right and left. Let your head hang heavy. Breathing into the backs of the legs. Try to lengthen out the back of the neck. So try not to add any tension at the back of the neck. Try to let the head be really heavy like a bowling ball. Dripping down towards the floor. No wrinkles in the back of the neck. We're just going to take 3 more breaths here. Just regular breaths in and out through the nose. All right. And then however you want to make your way to a seat, make your way to a seat. Oh, sorry, my hair is all over the place. We're going to set up for a shape called Babbling Brook. We're laying down on our back, supported by props. And just like water flows over rocks in a river, you're going to imagine your body's like water in this case, and the rocks are what you're comfortable rocks or what you're laying back on. Okay, so maybe a bolster, pillow, or rolled up blanket underneath the backs of the knees. That's one rock. Second one would be something underneath the upper back. So we're coming into a back bend. So we're targeting the upper back area which is shoulder blades, rib cage area. It's not down here in the middle of the back. It's not the low back. It's the upper back. Hmm. And then you're kind of wanting the tops of your shoulder heads to drape down towards the floor. And you can always make this more intense or less intense by adding height. Height underneath shoulder blades is going to make it more intense. If when you lay down, you're finding that the back of the neck feels kind of crunchy, then I recommend adding a pillow or a blanket underneath the back of the head. I'm going to be here for about 3 minutes. I'll take a few moments here to make sure you're set up for success. And when I say success in a restorative posture, I mean, can you breathe easily? Can you breathe all the way down into your belly? Can you breathe through your nose? And can you relax your body? Are you holding tension anywhere? And that ability to gradually relax happens over time. This is why we hold most things for over 2 minutes. Physiologically, it takes, they say, at least about 2 minutes for the nervous system to get the message that, oh, okay, we're relaxing now. She doesn't need me to go anywhere. I don't need to be vigilant of anything. I can just relax. Let's take about 3 more breaths here. And then slowly start to unwind. You're going to come off of your props. You could roll off to a side or you could sit up. We're going to remove whatever is underneath the upper back. And then whatever is underneath the knees, I recommend setting that off to the left side of your mat, like towards your hips and your legs. We're going to come into a twist next. I'm going to give you a specific variation of this twist. It's just an option. You can always take your favorite twist if you have one. So, ideally, we have a prop next to our left hip. As you lay back down, see if you can hug your right knee into your chest. Sorry, I got to adjust this underneath the back of my head. All right, that's better. Hug your right knee into your chest. Just go ahead and give it a little pull, a little squeeze. And you're going to stretch your right arm out to the right side. And with your left hand, pull your right knee across your body so you're rolling onto your left hip. And then you can hook that right leg, ankle, the knee, on top of that prop, whatever's next to that left hip. So you're rolling all the way onto your left hip. And this right leg, it can stay bent, it can straighten out. That's really kind of a personal preference and also might just depend on what's going on in the body today. If you haven't done so yet, invitation here to return to that breath ratio of 4 counts inhaling, 6 counts exhaling. Well over halfway through your twist. See if there's anything you can do to relax a little bit more completely. One more breath here. Take your time to unwind. Come back to the center of your mat. And we're going to take a minute in between sides. So stretch out through your legs if you'd like to, or you could bend your knees, hug your knees into your chest, and rock a little bit side to side. 3 more breaths before we set up our second side. And whatever props you used on that first side, move it off to the second side. And then hug your left knee into the chest. Take a moment to just pull. Now we'll stretch the left arm off to the left. You're going to pull your left knee across the body until you roll onto your right hip. And your left ankle and knee can kind of hook around or just be supported by whatever you've got next to your right hip. take your time to settle in here. It might be really different on this side, and that's okay. It might feel like somebody else's body, even. You're just gathering information about yourself. A lot of these sensations, these patterns of movement, they're habitual, they're repetitive. Like how we sleep at night, you might note how you sleep at night. Do you sleep on your back, your stomach, your side? That can affect how moving through your daily life feels. Getting in and out of the car, always the same way. Whether you're dominantly right handed or left handed, all these things can factor into different sensations in the body. Let's take about 3 to 4 more slow breaths here. One last breath in. Nice long breath out. And then really slowly, mindfully unwind. Feel free to find a little bit of movement in the center of your mat or find that stillness. Okay, so our last shape before our final rest will be restorative inversion. Oftentimes we'll just simply set this up by elevating the pelvis. So you could do that now and come into just a simple restorative bridge pose. If you're wanting to also elevate the legs, then maybe this would be more of a supported shoulder stand variation, only because we're shifting most of that body weight into the shoulders. And so, and we're elevating the legs completely up and over the vital organs. All right. So if you're wanting to take this, you probably want a stool or a couch or a bed, and as well as that prop underneath the pelvis. So place the prop underneath the pelvis first. You're going to need to be close enough to your stool to drape your legs over them. I recommend having the backs of your knees in contact with whatever you're elevating your calves and your feet on top of. So this is like one step up on the scale of restorative inversions, which is just so, so lovely. So if you haven't tried it, I recommend if you can with your props around you. Well, we have about 3 minutes here, and you can certainly stay here for your final Shavasana if you're really comfortable. Notice your breath here. See if you can keep that breath moving through your nose. Nice and slow on your inhale and your exhale. And if you're wanting to transition into a more traditional variation of final rest of Shavasana, you can start to gently make your way out of this shape. If you're wanting to stay here for this shape, we just have 1 more minute. Either way, 1 minute Shavasana, 1 more minute in your inversion, whatever you're choosing. Try to let it all go here, let it all rest. And we have 1 minute left on the clock. Relax your jaw, your teeth. Relax your tongue, your lips. Relax your eyes, the space around your eyes. Let it go, let it rest. Feel free to stay longer in your practice. If you need to make your way into the rest of your day, we just have 1 more minute here. I'd like to guide us through 3 rounds of our 4 to 6 breath ratio. So you can do that from wherever you are, but you could also come to an upright seat. Mm. Just make sure your seat's supported and comfortable if that's where you're headed. Let's empty all the air out of the lungs. We'll begin in 1, 2, 3, 4, out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4, Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let go of that counting. Breath returns to normal. If you'd like to, you can join your hands together at your heart, bow your chin into your chest. Take a moment to honor your practice with reverence and gratitude. May you use the fruits of this practice to serve your highest good, reach your highest potential, share it with those around you that you love and who could use healing. Together, may we remember to send love and healing to all sentient beings around the world. May they be happy. May they be free. Namaste.